want to make a quick note regarding Black Lives Matter and everything that's going on in the world. I'm obviously in full support of this movement. Also, I will leave in the description some links to donate, some organisations to donate to in the UK, in the US, and then also I'm going to leave a link to, it's also in my bio in my Instagram, but it basically brings you to a load of different resources and a load of different petitions that you can sign. It's a really great website, so I'm just gonna do that. So please check those links out in the description, and yeah. Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about what's on my TBR pile. So I think, as many people do, I just have a pile of books in my bedroom, and it just keeps growing of like books that I have been meaning to read for a while but I haven't really got around to, and books that I've bought and now I don't really find that interesting anymore, but I kind of need to read them because I've bought them, and you know, it's a cycle. So I'm just going to show you guys. I have made a video in the past on why I don't do like monthly TBRs like a lot of booktubers do, so if I remember I'll link that in the description, but basically highlights of that video is I don't really want to feel pressure to like read a certain thing, and like also then I think part of my wrap-ups are also like explaining what the book is about and then giving my review, and I think, well, like a brief review, and I think having a TBR and a wrap-up when there's mostly the same books in there, I think it would just be a bit boring if you watch both. I might make an updated version of that video because I have a lot more to say on the topic, but that's not what this video is about, so I'm just going to get right into it. So yeah. Also, a quick note, a lot of people have TBRs physically, well, like the big booktubers have like TBRs of like 50 books, like physical copies. They have physical copies of 50 books and they just don't read them. And I'm like, I can't relate because I won't buy a book unless I really do think I'm going to read it, so, you know, and also books are expensive, so I don't know. I don't have a huge pile, but I do have a small pile that I need to get through, so I'm gonna talk about it. The first book is Paper Towns by John Green. So I've read Turtles All the Way Down, I've read Fault in Our Stars, and I've read Looking for Alaska, and all of his books, Turtles All the Way Down was the one I enjoyed the most, but in general I find his books quite underwhelming. Like I'm not a huge fan, like I don't know, I bought this so a long time ago, it was like 2 years ago, so I don't really know. Basically, this guy Quentin is in love with Margot and they go on a road trip together, and the next morning Margot disappears and he kind of goes on a journey to find her. So it sounds a little bit more interesting than some of his other books, but I mean, I don't have high hopes. I think I'm going to read this one next. Well, I don't know, we'll see. Okay, next book is Circe by Madeline Miller. This is one I'm actually really excited to read, but it's quite chunky, and yeah. But it's Greek mythology. I think it's Greek. Yeah, I think it's Greek. Circe is this kind of... Is she a goddess? I can't really remember. Basically, I do classics at school, and I'm currently doing Odysseus and all of that, and obviously Odysseus, if you know anything about mythology, Odysseus kind of goes on this big journey, and in all of his exploits he meets Circe, and she's kind of like a witch. But I don't know how this book portrays her, so I mean, we'll see. But basically in this book, she casts a curse on someone. I think she casts a spell, and then Zeus banishes her, and then there's this big sort of journey of her sort of righting her wrongs and deciding what's important to her and all of that. Not gonna lie, part of the reason why I did buy this book was the absolutely gorgeous cover. Excuse that, that's my brother. But I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this book. I don't know what I should expect from the writing style. I've heard from so many people that it was an amazing book, so I have high hopes, but we'll see. And also, this author did write Song of Achilles, and I've heard from so many people that that book is amazing. So I also think mythology as a topic explored in books is something that's really interesting, so I'm excited to read something that has mythology in it, you know. Okay, I spent a long time explaining that book, so let's not dwell on that. Next book, Where the Crawdads Sing, by Delia Owens. This is a book that my mom read and she really loved it, and then she gave it to me. So the blurb doesn't really sound like my kind of book. It has a murder mystery in it, I think, but it's more about like her finding herself and love and like opens herself up to a new life. So like, I think my mum and I have quite different tastes in books, but she said it was really good and the cover's nice. And I don't really know what to expect from this, but I mean, I'll probably read it at some point, so we'll see. Next book is The Hazel Wood by Melissa Albert. This book was popular on BookTube like a long time ago, like a year, 2 years maybe. And basically, Alice's grandmother wrote like some dark fairy tales centered around the Hazel Wood, and then her mother goes missing and she has to sort of go through the Hazel Wood and where the fairy tales are set, and I'm assuming that there's some things that happen. She maybe gets embroiled in some of these fairy tales. I don't really know. It kind of, maybe it's magical realism. It kind of seems like magical realism, but I don't know. I love the cover. This is the theme, that I love the cover and I'm not actually really that interested in the story, and here we are. So, but yeah, I'll read it at some point. It's not something that kind of really intrigues me, because I think at one point I read the first few pages and then I just put it back because I was like, oh, I'm going to move on to something I'm more interested in reading. Final book on my physical TBR pile is, sorry the lighting is so like strange, but the last book on my physical TBR pile is Showstopper by Hayley Barker. I haven't heard anyone talk about this book like ever. It was just, I was in the airport and I thought I was going to run out of books to read on holiday, but I actually didn't. But I thought I was going to. I thought I didn't pack enough. So just in the airport, I just bought this just because it kind of seemed okay. Basically, the teenage son of this like high up government person goes to this circus, and then he gets hypnotized by like the tightrope walker, and then he kind of gets all engulfed in this world of the circus. But this circus is kind of very dark, and it's, you know, sabotaged, and all of these kind of things happen. So, I mean, we love a good circus story. I mean, like, we'll see, but I don't know. Yeah, I love the cover. This is the theme. I love covers. I don't actually really care about the story. We'll see. Also, I love the like metallics and the artwork here. I don't know. I genuinely have nothing to expect from this because I haven't heard anyone know about this. You know, I don't know, but we'll see. These are all the books. Yeah, please like, comment and subscribe. Thank you for watching. My Instagram handle is in the description. Bye!